Joe, how you going? Thanks so much for coming in today. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, from what we said on the phone, you have a bit going on. Would you like to tell me a little bit more about that and what's going on for you today?
Yeah, so it started last year.
Mm-hmm.
I was really depressed
Yep.
for about 5 months.
Right. Okay.
Um, and it took the doctor it took me a long time to get a referral from the doctor to the psychiatrist, and then it took a long time to sort my medication out.
Yep.
And that's okay now. Like, I was experiencing some highs and some lows, and my mental health is good now. Like, I'm stable.
Great.
Um, but I'm really lonely, and
Mm,
I haven't been able to find a solution to that.
okay. Yeah, it sounds like you've had quite a hard time, when the medications were balancing out. And seeking that help was a great thing to do. It takes a lot of strength. I'm really glad
Yeah, thank
you're
you.
you're feeling better. But you've been struggling with the loneliness, which is very hard. It's a very difficult thing. Um, I suppose I'm just wondering, what sort of things have you tried to, you know, socialize or improve your situation? Can you tell me a bit more about?
So I try making contact with friends that I haven't seen for quite some time.
Okay, yep.
Um, and because it's been such a long time since I've done any social activity, that has been difficult to re-engage with people.
Okay.
Um, I try sending text messages because I find that easier than ringing people.
Mhm.
Um, when I ring people, I tend to just get people's voicemail,
Okay.
and I leave messages and then they don't get back to me. So then I feel really empty and lost. Um, so that's not a good experience.
No, not at all. That sounds, yeah, like it's been hard. So you've tried this over some time, and you kind of feel like maybe these particular friendships have ended, or they might be busy, or what's kind of
Yeah, I find it easier if I send a text message to people,
yeah.
because then they can reply when it's convenient,
Okay.
and I tend to get a better response if I do that.
Okay, so you have been getting some responses, and would you consider meeting up with any of these people, or?
Yeah, I've tried um, like asking people if they want to go for a coffee, or
Yeah.
if they want to come over for a visit, or I've tried kind of asking people if they want to go out for dinner. Um, but people have their own partners and they have their own families, and people are really busy. Um, so people kind of say they'll get back to me, or they'll do something next week, or and it just doesn't really seem to happen.
Okay, yeah, and that's hard. It's hard not to get into that thinking that it's a reflection of you. But I suppose people can be busy in their own lives, and yeah, they might have been wondering where you were for a little time, and it was just because things were going on. It was no reflection of anything you were holding against them, and you were just taking some time to look after yourself. And life can be like that sometimes. I'm just wondering if there's any particular hobbies that interest you, or anything you like to do for yourself.
Yeah, I like to garden,
Yeah.
um, and I used to be a member of a gardening group. Um, so we would meet once a month, and have a meeting, and we would get together and we would
Hmm.
swap plants and
Okay.
talk about things in the garden.
Yeah.
And I used to used to really enjoy that, but I haven't been for months.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
And how would you feel about re-engaging in that?
Yeah, I think it's something that I'd like to do. I feel a bit apprehensive about that because I haven't been for so long. And some of the people that I've been trying to contact have been people that I knew through that. But I guess I could try that again.
Yeah, that sounds good. And have you reached out to any of the people who you used to attend with, or would you have personal details of theirs?
Yeah, so we used to be really quite social,
Right, okay.
and we would kind of have events that we would kind of show plants and cooking demonstrations of how to cook like tropical plants and how to eat them, and so we used to kind of be quite kind of active in doing things like that, in demonstrating, and that would encourage people that were interested in that sort of thing to get involved. So that was a way of meeting new people. But yeah, most people I've lost contact with.
Okay, well, it sounds like a great thing you were doing. It sounds like, you know, you were using a lot of skills and strengths there and demonstrating for other people so they could get involved. What fears, I suppose, do you have around reaching out to those people? Is there...
Yeah, it's difficult because when I reach out and then it doesn't work, I just feel like, why did I bother?
Yeah.
And it can be quite exhausting, not in a depressed way, but just in a sadness way, I suppose, just that things don't work. So yeah, so the loneliness can feel kind of quite painful. So I guess there's fear of doing things that are new. I don't know who's going to be there. I don't know if they're... I forget that they're people like me.
Yeah.
That they have the same interests. I kind of think that they're not going to be interested in what I have to say.
Yeah, I'm hearing it's been, there's a lot going on, I suppose, in terms of how you're anticipating people are going to respond to you, which, you know, we can't really think for other people, but I know it's hard, and sometimes we build this evidence against ourselves when we don't get the responses we expect, but again, we can never know what's going on in someone else's life. I suppose, would it be an idea for you maybe just to turn up at one of these cooking events, just contact the organisation, and without contacting anyone who you know personally through it, therefore you don't have to, I suppose...
Yeah, I can email them just to reconfirm what's on and when, and kind of say I'm looking forward to going, and then I guess I just make the most of it when I get there, and see who's there, and if there's some familiar faces then that's good, and if they're new faces then that's good too, and I just have to get used to new people. And like I said, I remind myself that they're the same people as me. They're there because they have the same interests. Sometimes I just think that that they're going to be different, and they're not going to be interested in what I have to say. So I tend to just watch rather than actually get involved. When I know people, I'm more comfortable getting involved,
Yes.
and that's helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. So when is the next meeting on?
So there's a meeting once a month. So the next meeting is the 19th of July.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's just a couple of weeks, so that's not long.
And you'd feel confident enough to attend that?
Yeah, I haven't been for such a long time, but it, if I don't go, then my situation's not going to change, so I have to do something.
I think that's a really good insight, and I think yeah, you've shown a lot of strength today in coming in and just even having that slight change of perspective within the session, that you will give it a go. As if you don't try, you'll never know.
Yeah.
It's a good way to practice your social skills in a non-directive way. You can't just go through the demonstrations. You don't have to engage with anyone if you don't want to.
Yeah.
But I do think it's definitely a really positive first step for you.
Yeah, it gives me something to do. It's better than sitting at home on my own.
That's right, yeah, absolutely. And I'd love to discuss it in our next session and see how you've gotten on.
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay, Joe, thank you so much for coming in today.
Yeah, thank you for talking with me.
All right, well, look forward to seeing you next time.
Thank you.